Hello everybody, welcome back to Iowa Plains View and the Zero to Hero Challenge. After the last episode, I am worn out. So I think we're going to spend part of this afternoon doing something that's a little more relaxing. We're going to spend some time looking for collectibles. You know, I don't do that very often, but we have a little downtime. There's really not much for us to do while the grass grows. I mean, I guess we could go watch it grow, but I think it'd be more interesting if we spent some time looking for some collectibles, because we could sure use some money right about now. So I'm just gonna look here in town in some of the more usual places where I have found collectibles in the past. You know, park benches, little areas right out by the road. You just never know where you're going to find them. Sitting on the ledge of one of these planters, you could really find them anywhere. So I'm going to do some looking around for a little bit, and if I find anything, then I'll make sure I show you guys. If not, then hello. And that's how it happens right there. You just see them out of the corner of your eye, and they're right there. All right. That was profitable. All right, let's go check over here. We'll just work our way down the road, see what we can find. There's 20 of them, so there might be more nearby. And they're really, you know, they're hardly ever just, hello. They're hardly ever hidden, you know, out in the woods under a tree or something like that. They're usually in town or at a point of interest that is marked on the map. This truly is a very friendly game, and it allows players to succeed. So that's nice. Alright, I think that's all we're going to find here. I don't know that I've ever found multiples in the same place very often. I guess No Man's Land is a good example of multiples in one place. I won't give that away, but if you've played No Man's Land and you've found the collectibles, you know what I'm talking about. Hello? Wow. There's just a bunch of them right here, isn't there? You know, I was going to go away and do this and bring you guys back whenever I found one, but we're doing all right. I wouldn't mind finding one more. If I find one more, I'm going to quit looking, because then we're going to have enough money to do the next thing that I would like to do. Did I already look here? No, I didn't. These planters just all look the same. And I'm sorry if this is making you dizzy, but I don't know of any other way to look for these things. But whoever hid these is a very friendly person, and I like them a lot. Okay, I think we're going to call that good for today. If we happen on another one, I'm certainly going to pick it up, but I think we're done looking for today. So thank you, map creator, for placing those collectibles where we could find them easily. All right, well, I guess that means that I can now go over here and buy the piece of property I was going to buy before. So that's a nice thing. Wow, that's a good looking wheat field. Wish it was ours, but it probably cost $500,000. It may be ours someday. All right, now we need to buy either this, well, we have to buy both of them eventually, but first we either buy this piece or we buy the piece across the street. I'm leaning towards the piece across the street, but let's take a drive around here and see what we see. Oh. Well, I see something right off the bat. How about you guys? Did you see it? Because I saw it. You learn to look for these little black spots that are out of place. All right. And we have 13 more to find. So that's going to be very helpful over the course of the game. What we have, nice big flat area. But that's really all it is. There's nothing here that we could turn into a field. You know, really. I don't know, folks. We just have a knack for finding them today. Of course, looking at the site of the starting farm, if you're playing in new farmer mode, is always a good bet. There are generally going to be one or two on the starting farm so that you don't start out broke. See, now this one to me is better. I have this area over here where we could put some cows. I have this area here where we could put a BGA. And then there's this area over here that could pretty easily be turned into some sort of field. Maybe sugar beets. Something that doesn't require a large field. And then these fields here are relatively inexpensive as far as I know. Let's look. All right, that is 164. That's 101. That's 103. This is 105, which, but then that's $400,000. So I think right now, this is our best buy. It's an extra 60 grand, but I think it's better. I think, I don't know. It just feels like the one to buy at this point. So yeah, because I think this one's going to come a little easier down the road. So this has enough room for us to put cows, a BGA, and that way we've satisfied our animals. We have a production. and we have a source of income. We can also put down some open gardens to supply our BGA with potatoes and sugar beets. So, yep, we bought it. And we still have $162,794, which is good because we have a few things we need to buy. So the first thing we're going to put down is a mini BGA. It's just a great money maker. And yeah, I use BGAs a lot. But I do that because they are profitable and they're fairly easy to maintain. You don't have to do a lot to keep them running. So we're going to pop this guy right here because that makes sense. Okay. So that is 55,000. Now the next thing I want to put down is a production facility that will make lots of different things. I'm gonna need to feed cows, but I think I'm gonna wait. I could put down one of these guys for 25,000. Which is fine. If I want to make solid fertilizer, I have to feed it lime. In the other one, if I want to make solid fertilizer, I just feed it digestate. This one needs digestate plus lime. This one just needs digestate. But I think if I do this one, and then I think there's a fertilizer production. Yeah, there we go, for 55. So for less money, I could do this one for total mixed ration to feed the cows and to make more silage over here and to make seeds, several different products we can make with this. But we are going to need it to feed our cows, or we're going to need something to feed our cows. So I think we're going to put this one. Let's turn it. Let me get it even further over here. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right. So the next thing I want to do is install a few open gardens to supply our BGA with some things that it's going to need. Namely sugar beets and potatoes. So I think I'll do those over here. Your greenhouses, open air garden. And I think we can get away with maybe 6 of these. All right. Got 6 of those. I think we're going to need a We're gonna need some way to get water and seeds and the rest to our open gardens. So we're gonna go back here to production, factories, and this guy right here. And we're gonna put it right here facing this way. Actually, let's go right there. No, let's go over here so we don't have to drive through the ditch. We're never really going to need to get to any of the pallets of goods because these are going to distribute to the BGA. So we will never actually handle any of those goods. All right. So we are going to go grab our trailer. Gonna go grab the trailer and come back, and I'll talk to you guys again when I get back over here. All right, so in order for this to work, we need to put seeds, either solid fertilizer or manure, and water in this device right here. And then it will distribute those things to our open gardens. So I went back and I got the forage wagon / trailer. And we had a little bit of fertilizer left there, so I'm going to put these 5,000 liters in here. Because we're going to be making solid fertilizer, so it's cheaper to start these with manure. But if we're going to end up using solid fertilizer, then we may just go ahead, might as well start with solid fertilizer. So I'm going to have some more of that delivered here, because it won't cost that much. So, pallets. Find our fertilizer pallet. We're going to get 3 more of these. Oh well. Let's get 5 more of these. All right, now we also need seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and, against my better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and buy these seeds here. All right, so we bought 16,000 liters of seeds. And we're going to have about 25,000 liters of solid fertilizer. So, oh, dang it. I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to stick it all in the trailer anyway. All right, so we have 25,000 liters here. We have about 5,000 liters already in there, so that gives us 30,000 liters of solid fertilizer. All right. right, now we're going to do the same thing with these seeds. All right, so we have 16,000 liters of seeds going in. All right, and the next thing is water. So I think we're just going to go ahead and bite the bullet while we still have some collectibles money, and we're going to put in some water distribution. It's not terribly exciting, but it is incredibly useful. So I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so now we have to do some productions work. We have to set up our productions to work the way we want them to. So the first thing is we're going to turn on water, seeds, and solid fertilizer. And then we have to come over here. Not that. We have to set that to distributing. And that will distribute all of our goods where they go. And right now we're not making much over here with this except for solid fertilizer. When we get some cows, then we'll start sending silage over here, and we'll make hay and silage, and then we'll make total mixed ration to feed to our cows. But we don't have any cows yet, so we're not going to worry about that. We've already got our grass silage going, but we need to distribute that because we're going to set our BGA to work on silage, and we're going to set electric charge to sell. We're going to set methane to sell, and we're going to set digestate to distributing because we set up solid fertilizer here. So the BGA will make digestate, it will send it over here to the production facility, and it will make solid fertilizer. So our BGA also uses sugar beets and potatoes. So we're going to turn those on. And then we're going to set 3 of these for potatoes, seeds, and solid fertilizer. And we're going to set our potatoes to distribute. We're going to do that for the first 3 of these. And then the next 3 we're going to set to sugar beets, seeds, and solid fertilizer. And set sugar beets to distribute. And the reason we do that is because we want these productions to have as much material as possible so that they don't ever stop. If we sent all sugar beets or all potatoes over there, then it would work half as fast. We could send, let's say we send, and we'll send more than this, but let's say we send 100,000 liters of potatoes and 100,000 liters of sugar beets. It will process both of those items at the same time. So we will process 100,000 liters of material in the time that it would take to process 50,000 liters of material, because both of those processes run at the same time. If we sent 200,000 liters of sugar beets or 200,000 liters of potatoes, then it's going to process those half as fast because it's only going to be processing one crop. So we're going to send it both sugar beets and potatoes, and it should run more efficiently. Oh, that's not right. There's one. There's two. Ah, that one's wrong. That one needs to be sugar beets plus seeds plus solid fertilizer. Okay, so I think I have them all now. I do. And then finally, we need to set our water to distribute. This will just fill up with water. I think it uses the city system because you will get charged for water. But it's not terribly expensive and there's no production costs. So yeah, I can go with that. It would be more efficient or cost efficient if we had a free water source and we filled this up with free water. But that would mean that we would have to come over here and keep this full of water all the time. In this case, we don't ever have to think about water in any of our productions. Okay, so everything should be set up correctly now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to advance us to the top of the hour. And at the top of the hour, those things should spring to life. It looks like one of them's not set to do anything at the moment. We'll see. Looks like this one on the left closest to us is not set to produce anything. Yeah, it's not working. That's one of our sugar beets. So let's see what's going on with that. First, let's set our time back. And now let's see if we can figure out why. Sugar beets plus seeds plus solid fertilizer, and it's on. Sugar beets plus seeds plus solid fertilizer, and it's on. That one's on. So what's going on? Okay, it says all three of my sugar beets are working. But this one is clearly not. We have all of the stuff. Let's see what's going on. Sugar beet plus seeds plus solid fertilizer. And sugar beets are distributing. Okay. It has water, it has seeds, it has solid fertilizer. And it says it's an active production. And it says it's running. So let's try advancing to the top of the hour again. And see if this springs to life. Nope. And yet it says it's making sugar beets. I really don't know what's going on there, guys. It says it's working. This one also says it's working, but it's not showing me any sugar beets. That's weird. Okay. We're going to let those go for a day or so and see what happens. Because if you look down on the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, you can see that it says sugar beet plus seeds plus solid fertilizer is running. It says that we have water, we have seeds, and we have solid fertilizer. And it also says we have 147 liters of sugar beets. So I don't know. It's just not showing me any. But it seems to be working. Let's see if it sent any over here. Yes, it did. It sent silage over here. That's very good. And it sent sugar beets and potatoes. So we are running. We already have 9,700 liters of electric charge, which I'm not sure how you measured that in liters, but okay. We have 127 liters of methane and 3,360 something liters of digestate. So we're going to be okay here. I think I'm going to leave this over here. Leave this right here. And I'm going to do a little fast travel back to the store. So that I can come over here and take up my tent and take it to the new farm. Because we don't have to sleep out here anymore. I know that we own this land because we bought it for $0, but it just doesn't feel like our land. It feels like public land. So we're going to sell that for $39. All right. And we're back here. And for now, I'm going to put our tent right over here. Because I don't see us really developing this area very soon. So I'm going to put our tent back down. Farmhouses. Now, I don't know why this tent is 250 and this tent is 50. I think it's probably because this tent is purchased at REI and this tent is purchased at Walmart. It's the same tent, but it's cheaper. So we're going to go with the Walmart tent as opposed to the REI tent. Because that's the way we roll. Wow. Why does a tent do that? You see what it did? It just kind of raised this up back here. And what was the point of that? It actually sunk this down. I don't get it. Anyway, I think that while it's very short, I think that's where we're going to end this episode today. It's been a profitable afternoon. But it's going to be dark soon, and there's not really much more we can do, and it looks like it's going to start raining soon. So I think I'm going to crawl in the tent here and watch some YouTube videos on Silver Run Forest. In fact, I just downloaded the Platinum Expansion Pack, and I think I'm going to spend a little time exploring over there. So don't worry, I will be back to finish the Zero to Hero challenge because it's a great challenge. It's a lot of fun, and we've made a lot of progress towards finishing. It's not going to take us a great deal of time to finish the challenge, but that's okay. I will also be continuing the Brazil series, so if anybody's watching that as well, that will continue, but I may throw in a Silver Run Forest episode here and there just because it looks like fun and I want to go explore. I want to build a boat. I want to build a roller coaster. It's going to be fun. It's kind of the same feeling you had when you wanted to make your first cake. Remember that? and you put all the stuff together and you made your first cake and you realize, hey, that cake cost $1 million. So it's kind of the same thing. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we will finish the Zero to Hero challenge because right now I'm still a zero and I fully intend on becoming a hero. So if you enjoyed this episode, please consider giving it a thumbs up or subscribing. If you didn't like this episode, please post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time.